Welcome to a Prospect Grader 2026 college football recruiting team breakdown. Today we'll be focused on the Oregon Ducks and their 2026 football recruiting class after early signing day on December 5th. Oregon is currently ranked number 3 in the 2026 football recruiting cycle over Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State. Since being hired in December 2021, Dane Lanning has an impressive 46-7 record and rapidly transformed the Oregon Ducks back into one of the most consistently elite programs in college football. Oregon has produced 4 straight consensus top 10 recruiting classes, including 3 straight top 5 finishes, a first in program history. Dan Lanning has elevated the Ducks back into a national recruiting powerhouse, and he's focused on bringing blue-chip prospects back to Eugene. As you can see, Oregon is not afraid to recruit nationally, going across the country to find their blue-chip prospects, with the average NIL deal being around $263,000 with a 76% blue-chip rate. They also have an average of a 1,400-mile distance from the prospect to their campus and a 0% in-state recruiting rate for the 2026 recruiting class. Now we'll take a dive into the recruits, with the first one being the prestigious 5-star Immanuel Iheanacho, the 6'7", 380-pound offensive tackle 5-star, and rated a 97.36 in the Rivals Composite ranking, number 2 in his state, number 3 in position, and number 15 ranked nationally, from Baltimore, Maryland, coming out of high school Georgetown Prep. In high school, Immanuel was a dominant 2-sport athlete in football and basketball, and on the football field, he did not allow a single sack during his junior season, and he also got selected to play in the Under Armour All-American game and rep at left guard and left tackle. Truly a man amongst boys at the high school level and physically dominant, as he can deadlift 500-plus pounds and squats up to 600 pounds. Pancake machine in the run game. Footwork is raw but stays balanced while using his elite strength, and he's athletic as a polar as an offensive tackle or guard. The next coveted prospect we'll be covering is 6'6", 250-pound tight end Kendre Harrison, a consensus 5-star, number 2 in his state, number 1 in position, and number 16th ranked nationally, coming out of Reesville, North Carolina. Kendre is a very gifted athlete, and he runs like a receiver. He's a true 3-level route runner, can play inline and slot at the D1 level, and has the toughness and contested catchability like an All-American tight end already in high school. Top-tier jump ball ability, can see how he was a stud in basketball, and his elite physical presence on the field is very intimidating for opposing teams. Kendre is also a rare situation in the college world, as he's a dual sport commitment to Oregon that he plans to play both college football and basketball at the next level. Very excited to see what he does at Eugene. Has the tools and frame to become an All-American and a standout, and possibly in the NFL draft one day. Kendre is an elite 2-sport athlete, as he won state championships in football and basketball. He also competed in the Nike EYBL Peach Jam with Team CP3, and in his career, he plans to play both football at tight end and basketball at the collegiate level. The next prospect we'll be covering is the prototype safety Jett Washington out of Bishop Gorman, also the nephew of late great basketball player Kobe Bryant. After finishing his senior year at Bishop Gorman, he was named the Gatorade Nevada Player of the Year, along with the invitation to the Under Armour All-American Game Polynesian Bowl. He also earned Max Prep's Nevada Player of the Year during his junior season, and since his sophomore, he's a 3-time state champion in football and a back-to-back state champion in basketball for his junior and senior season. Jett has strong family ties, as he's the nephew of the NBA legend Kobe Bryant. He's a prototype All-American hybrid safety that can play nickel cornerback and linebacker at the next level. He has elite ball tracking and route mirroring skills as a defender, elite football instincts, sound tackler, and plays physical. His raw talent and frame projects to a day 1 first-round pick in the NFL in the future. His overall foot speed and zone drop is on par and ready to get reps as a true freshman in Eugene and in the Oregon program. Very excited to see where he ends up and see what position he ends up playing and how much playing time he gets as a freshman. But I feel like this is one of the best prospects at the safety position in a long time, and his frame and his physical stature is very interesting to see how it will translate to the next level. Next up is five-star prospect Jalen Lott out of Panther Creek High School out of Lucas, Texas. Lott is a multi-sport standout athlete in football and track and field. He also went to the National Junior Olympics where he won the long jump and medaled in the high jump. His father, James Lott, played college football at the University of Texas as a defensive back. His family has strong ties to the D1 programs as his mother and sisters also were D1 collegiate athletes. While becoming a standout football player, he received a Polynesian Bowl invite. Lott was being recognized for being a superior dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands. He's also a true three-level route runner with elite slot and gadget skill set. He possesses huge yards after catch upside, along with elite break tackle ability in space, a very explosive jump cutter. And at the early age in high school, he polished and he mastered a creative release package already. You can see he's a natural pass catcher with reliable hands in space. Truly a gifted athlete as he played corner and receiver and produced at very high levels on both sides of the ball. He showcases real home run speed paired with natural football instincts. Lott is a very interesting prospect as he's a little bit undersized at 6 foot 170, but I expect him to translate to the next level in a very formidable fashion. He has all the tools, he has the footwork, speed. He just needs to get into a program that develops him strength-wise and also polishes him up to see what type of athlete he will become, either on the offensive side or defensive side of the ball in Eugene. This is a name to watch out for as he is a very dynamic playmaker. I expect big things from this recruit in the near future as long as he stays with the Oregon program. The next prospect we'll be covering in this video has been generating buzz in recruiting circles since he was a freshman in high school. Anthony Tank Jones out of Mobile, Alabama, a Provident 5-star, 6'3", 245 edge. Jones has received 35 plus offers and took official visits to Alabama, Auburn, Miami, Oregon, and Texas A&M. As a freshman in high school, he totaled 130 tackles and 15 sacks and 2 interceptions while bringing one of the interceptions back for a pick six. He's also an Alabama 6A state champion in track and discus. He's a 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and track and field. He's a Max Preps Junior All-American. By the time Jones was a junior, he was generating so much buzz. He had Alabama's head coach, Kalen DeBoer, so interested he was making in-person visits to his home in Mobile. Jones's raw athleticism and physicality made him a true 5-star prospect for the 2026 recruiting class. He finished his high school career with 350 plus tackles and 40 plus sacks in his career. He's a physical and violent edge defender with elite play strength. He's able to be versatile in alignment as a true edge, 2-eye or inside or on and off the ball. Explosive first step with relentless pursuit paired with good speed and power. Elite athleticism with great bend and flexibility as he also played receiver, tight end, and quarterback. He projects as a very, very, very sought-after prospect in the defensive side of the ball, and I can't wait till he gets to Dan Lanning's program to showcase what he can do on the field. Our final recruit we'll be covering in this breakdown is 4-star Tradarian Ball, a 5'9", 170-pound running back / athlete, ranked number 4 in his position, ranked number 16th in state. Ball is another dynamic playmaker in this Oregon 2026 recruiting class. In his junior season, he had over 700 yards rushing, 14 rushing touchdowns, and 44 catches for 1,000 plus yards and 11 touchdowns. Nearly 2,000 all-purpose yards as a junior. Ball showcases athleticism by playing multiple sports in high school. He played football, basketball, and track and ran the 100-meter in a 10.51. He chose Oregon over offers from major programs including Texas, Georgia, Michigan, LSU, and Florida. He's a naturally gifted playmaker with good vision and break tackle ability. He also has the tools to become a true gadget player at the next level at running back and receiver. Ball possesses soft hands and explosive and slippery in space and has the ability to be an explosive jump cutter at the next level. Due to his smaller frame, that will be an obstacle for him to overcome at the next level, but projects to fill out in the right program. With Dan Lanning and their strength staff, as Oregon's weightlifting and strength conditioning programs are one of the best in the country, I expect Ball to contribute as a sophomore and junior in the college, as he just needs a year or two to get his body right and his frame up to par with the D1 standard at the next level. That concludes part one of the Oregon 2026 football recruiting breakdown video. Appreciate you if you stayed around until the end. Feel free to comment what team I should do a recruiting breakdown next, or if there's a prospect on your radar that I should look into. As always, have a great day. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future.